The alternative facts thing has taken over. It's become a real big deal. The Proud Boys claim they were the victims during J6 riot, because this is what we're doing, America. Look at your life. They're suing for $100 million. This is not a comedy. They're actually doing this. Let's give you the details. The Proud Boys are claiming they were the victims of January 6th. The Proud Boys leaders demanding $100 million in a lawsuit claiming they were the real victims of the deadly J6 attack on the Capitol. I mean, if they say it enough, maybe they think you'll believe it. I won't. Now, 5 Proud Boys, who were part of the more than 1,500 Capitol attackers pardoned on the first day Donald Trump took office for his second term, want their slice of the pie, and they see the possibility of a huge windfall. The group, including former leader Enrique Tarrio, who received a 22-year prison sentence for leading the attack, argues they were victims of corrupt and politically motivated persecution. It's like they ripped that out of a certain president's playbook, right? He's got the blueprint, he's got the plans, he owns them, proprietary. And they just the quote right out of it, okay? Intended to punish Trump's political allies. That's according to AFP. Atlanta Black Star friends filling in the details for us. Now, in the suit filed in federal court in Florida, the plaintiffs arguing they were victims of egregious and systemic abuse of the legal system and the United States Constitution to punish and oppress political allies of President Trump by the FBI and the Biden-era Department of Justice. You see, you play the opposite game. You just say what's going on now is really what was going on then. And then you just confuse people. Okay, just show me the money. Take more money from the American people here. We'll see. They're accusing the agency and the DOJ of a range of charges, including evidence tampering, witness intimidation, violations of attorney-client privilege, and placing spies to report on trial strategy. Suit also compares the prosecution of the J6 crimes to, quote, the modern equivalent of placing one's enemies' heads on a spike outside the town wall. This is a warning to any who think to challenge the status quo. Proud Boy members are requesting a jury trial, $100 million in damages. Let's get to a press conference Friday, Lafayette Park, north side of the White House. Former Proud Boys leader Tarrio announcing the lawsuit. I mean, they talk about proud. This is not just a lawsuit. This is a reckoning. According to a post about the event on X, his attorney claimed the Biden DOJ had mortally wounded the American legal system. Oh, it's wounded, all right. We can talk about who started that, though. It was already kind of limping along when it comes to certain people and the tiers of justice they face, but this is a whole nother animal. Let's give you this reminder. At least 9 people died. They died in connection with the January 6th assault on the Capitol, according to the New York Times. More than 100 police officers were injured. What happened to the law and order party? Rioters attacked after a fiery speech from Donald J. Trump, falsely claiming he had won the 2020 presidential election, urging his followers to take action, marching to the Capitol. Remember, he wanted to greet them. There was the reported fight and testimony about it in front of the Senate committee on January 6th that he was actually fighting with Secret Service members. He wanted to go to the Capitol. He did not want this angry mob disarmed. He said, Mr. President, you can't go. He tried to grab the steering wheel. That's what Cassidy Hutchins, that's what former Trump administration member told us he did. Because this was all part of a plan, treason against America. But if you read into the suit, they're saying the opposite is true. And as much as they probably want the money to strengthen their organization, the Proud Boys, which I thought government, the feds were trying to discredit and dismantle this terrorist, domestic terrorists. That's what they are. But instead, let's figure out a way. And I know the Proud Boys are the ones bringing suit, but I know who's facilitated it. He didn't commute sentences by and large. He forgave everything. Pardon. Didn't happen. You didn't do this. You're not guilty. You're entitled. He said, Donald Trump. Let me clear the way for you to get compensation. $100 million suit falls in line with that. This is the Proud Boys, who there's credible evidence, organized, planned, conspired to do something that played out as one of the worst days in American democracy. Okay? This is what they did. And who's going to stop them? Who's going to check them, boo? Apparently not this administration. It's going to enable them. Disgusting. But we'll see where it goes. They want a jury trial. And I think that's interesting. You know, they can't probably go even with a captured judiciary, so many. They can't go with just a judge. Will they find jurors who will decide, you know, it's a lesser standard than a criminal proceeding, which many of them were facing. Can they find enough jurors to say, you know what? Up is down, right is left, everything's discombobulated, and we go with your alternative facts, and here's your money. Maybe they'll give me more. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I say, America, look at your life.